The time is just gone 10 minutes to 10 a.m. as we head towards closure. Unfortunately, we are still battling to get hold of Dr. Zweli Mkizi. He is in a meeting. He mentioned that he will be out of the meeting in 10 minutes' time, but it appears if that has not happened, and disappointingly, we have not been able to get him on the interview. We were pretty excited about having him on as the ANC presidential care contender. He was a former health minister, and there's just so much that we would have unpacked as far as the country is concerned, and also looking at some of the critical issues as the ANC heads into this electoral conference in December. But sadly, we were not able to reach him. But I'm sure at some point in time, may perhaps not today, but at some point in time, we definitely will still pursue the option of doing this interview. But right now, it is about matrics. It is about a class of 2022 matric exams. Obviously, going to be a big talking point. It is a defining moment for many young people. It is the end of their schooling career and moving on to another phase in their life. And joining us this morning is our very own Appa Mariam Mia, and she is the host of Salaamedia's educational program on Wednesdays. Appa Mariam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to yourself and all your listeners, Uncle Inayet.
Well, Jazakallah khairan so much for that. And it is a time of the year, young people, 17 years old, 18 years old, a defining moment in their life. And also, it's an end of an era as far as the school is concerned. But it is also a very, very stressful time because this is the very last time these young people will be writing a school exam before they embark on another phase in their life. So I suppose a lot of advice for young people at the moment, and also looking at the prospects for them, Upper Mariam.
Yes, so you know what? It's a milestone. For me, we need to just change our perceptions, how we see this. This is a milestone. This is now the matrix needs to say, you know what? This is, I need to show who am I. I've arrived on the center stage. Everybody's focused on me, and I've got this. I have the confidence, and through my writing of my exams, I'm going to announce my arrival to not only South Africa, to go globally, that I have potential and I'm here. This marks will signify that I'm going to contribute positively globally to society. So this is how we need to firstly approach this exam. It's basically your announcement to the world that you've now arrived in terms of what you're going to do and how you're going to contribute globally.
Yes, Upper Mariam. In fact, this is an announcement that they were made, and it is about the matriculant, but it is also about the family. It is also about the parents, because this is, and the teachers, the schools, because, all of it is now starting to come together, and a lot depends on this exam, which is about the most critical exam in the life of a learner.
Absolutely. So if we look back at the educational pyramid or a circular, I always use the example of the pyramid where the child is on the top. The child is on the top. In the two ends, you have the two partners that support the child. That is the parent and the family, and then you have the educator, the school itself, as well as all institutions that support a child towards the educational journey. Yes, so the two partners of in education, and now this is the ultimate of schooling career, where it's going to signify how you've supported this all the learners, all the matric 2020 to this point here. But parents, I find that now we now absorb the anxiety, the stress, and also we then transfer our feelings onto the matriculants. And this is when I need to tell parents, you need to take a step back, because your support system commencing was not even grade one, but at early childhood development level, at preschool level, you supported your child. That's when you nurtured them in it. By the time they're in matric, you need to start letting go. Start cutting the apron strings. Don't, especially now, don't be that helicopter parent. You have to trust in your child that you've created plenty of opportunities and support systems so that your child is now, this is also a signal that your child is now becoming independent. Your child is an adult. Allow your child to make decisions now. If you're going to carry on, continue making decisions and hover over your child in terms of when you're going to study, how you're going to study, you are not allowing your child the capacity to make the decisions and plan for themselves. So this is a time where you need to provide comfort to ensure that there's a good study place, there's a good nutrition meal plan in place, good resting time, work around load shedding to assist in terms of ensuring that there is Wi-Fi for studying, there's adequate lighting, things like that. That is what you need to do. Auxiliary services. But sitting there, hovering, asking, going study, why didn't you study? As soon as they come, the first word, how was the paper? Was it difficult? What do you think? Are you going to attain this mark here? Don't put that stress on them. Allow your child that ability. Empower child. By you doing this, you're empowering your child already that, you must have confidence that your child has now taken all the skills that you have provided for them, or you've created opportunities to gain these life skills and learning information, and now they are in the position. They're going to be in the driver's seat. They are now going to control the direction of their lives from now on.
But what advice would you give to learners in terms of how they should be approaching this critical time in their lives?
Brother Inayet, so matric is a culmination of, especially from your grade 10, grade 11 in matric, if you look at your subjects that you took and the learning content, so matric is an extension of what you have done there. So you should have been adequately prepared. By now, it's just rehearsal, mental rehearsal, physical rehearsal. So if exams are now, we're on the eve of exams, so by next week, we're starting our papers, GDE, IB, and started the Afrikaans paper today. So basically, what you need to do is you now need to focus on your time management. Know what in each paper, how the setup of the paper is, the sections, the mark allocation, the essays, because literally it's the art of mastering how to write the exam paper by now, because content knowledge and that you should have studied. And one advice, if there are certain subjects, certain sections where you are struggling or you feel you're not that confident in answering or you don't understand this, focus on what you know. Because look at the mark allocation. If that mark allocation for that section is maybe 10 marks for this, then you are spending now hours agonizing over one section and then you forget about, or you discount areas where you're really, really good at. So my advice is those sections where you are confident, you're going to get full marks, work on those sections to ensure that you are going to get the full marks. And then the sections where it's really, really difficult for you, try and see from the 10 marks, at least, I can get 50% because I'm okay and I'm confident on this section here. So start working, and now you need to start planning. So my advice is the day before the paper, the morning before, you have a break in between, it's mock exams. Set yourself mock exams, because I can't put a price for now on mock exams enough. So take any year, choose a year, decide maybe 2019. I'm taking 2019. The world was a different place in 2019. Let me do 2019, my accounting paper. I don't want any disturbance for 3 hours. I'm timing myself. I'm going to do this. Do a mock exam. 3 hours later, mark it. Go back to the memo, check, because this is going to prepare you in terms of mark allocation, your time management, in terms of the conditions, and you will have an opportunity to rectify to see where you went wrong. So for this time here, learning is over. It's mock exams, mock exams, mock exams.
Well, Appa, I must say, wonderful advice you are giving me. And these are difficult times also. And, I heard you mentioned working around load shedding, because these are unusual circumstances for the matriculant, but also at the same time, these are disturbances because, one can actually set as much as we want to in terms of a plan, a study plan. And sometimes there are issues like load shedding that also impact in preparation. And this is something that has been recognized, this has been put out in the public domain as well, that, these are factors that are possibly going to impact on how well matriculants actually prepare, and also at the same time looking at the day that they write as well. Sometimes they're going to be faced with a situation where possibly there could be load shedding, and these are unpredictable times.
Um, but in hindsight, these unpredictable times prepare one for life, because in life we're going to have these challenges, and it's how we make lemonade. We have the lemon, and that is when sets individuals apart. Is how you can take a situation, and if you throw in lemons, you make a lemonade, and you open up a lemonade store. So yes, it's basic, but if now we, as a learner, is able to make the best of the situation and able to improvise, this is a life skill you're going to gain for your time, for your vocation, and your contribution to society. So, yeah, you know what? We can't plan ahead. We have the schedule. I know sometimes electricity doesn't go back on a scheduled time, but you know what? Contingency plans, contingency plans. I look back at Matric 2020, and yes, those matrics were faced with exceptional circumstances. There was no reference point. But Alhamdulillah, they persevered and they came through it. And these matrics, remember, you were in grade 10. It was your first senior high exams that you were writing under such conditions where you had limited contact teaching time. Many had blended learning, or you had to have other forms of learning, but you wrote those exams. You have a reference point. You have that ability to persevere and to adapt. You have this ability. So please use it. Learners, you are resilient. You are resilient. Life is going to change. If it's not load shedding, it's going to be another factor. And let's use these factors as positivity and show our ability to adapt and to be resilient, because this is what makes a person, is his ability to adapt when circumstances require. So you've been through this matrix 2020. This is just another little boulder, which I'm sure you'll be able to overcome. Please face yourself. Ensure you look at mark allocation and time management when you're writing your exam. That is key. Look at, for 10 marks, you shouldn't be spending more than 20 minutes. And when you go through your paper, if you see that you've come across a question that is now letting you get inches of tennis because you haven't seen something like this, you haven't seen a question like that, please put it at the back of your mind. Go take 5 minutes, go through the entire question paper. As long as you number it correctly, you can answer it in any order, given that it corresponds to the question number. Go to the ones that you have confidence. You know them, you can give the information, and you can set it out and get the full marks. As you come down there, you will see your perception will change, because you'll say, this is not so difficult as I imagined. Don't let one or two sections change you for a negative perception and cause you anxiety and stress in that, because then it will impact on the sections that you're really confident and you really know you can answer it well. So focus on those. One or two like that is life. One or two is going to be a curveball, but focus on where you are confident and competent on those questions first.
Well, Abba, Jazakallah for that and for taking time out, talking to us this morning, and providing this wonderful advice to the matric class of 2022. We wish you all the best, Abba Mariam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Well, that brings us to the end of the broadcast. We have received a message come out of Dr. Zweli Mkhize, the former Minister of Health, that they would like to reschedule the interview. They have apologized for obviously not making it. Apparently, he had a prior engagement, but tomorrow morning, hopefully at around 10 past 8, the interview will take place. So they have rescheduled for tomorrow. So we thought we will let you know. But next up is going to be Juz 1, because it is the start of a brand new Islamic month, Rabiul Thani, that has started, today being the first. So first up is Juz 1 by Sheikh Tawfiq Ibn As-Sair, from myself and the team here at Salaamedia. We wish you all the best. Have yourself a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.